All right, hello everyone. Welcome to, well, I guess nothing really. But as you can tell from the way this video is and the title is that I will not be continuing my the Outlast Trials videos because the main reason is I'm not having fun recording it any longer. Um, it's obviously meant to be played like with friends and multiplayer, and I don't have those. No, but I don't know anyone else who owns the game, and I'm not gonna play with randoms because people are terrible. Um, but yes, I'm not going to be continue playing it because this is the first series that I've had that I just want it to end. um, it's really annoying to play because the missions take so long and the pathing on the enemies is so aggressive because it's meant to be played with more than just. I mean, you can, but just because you can doesn't mean you should. It's not an enjoyable experience by yourself. So I'm not gonna continue because it's making me feel burnt out, and I don't want to play it any longer. And also, I don't understand half of how the game even works. Um, and I just don't have I'm just not willing to figure it out at this point. I mean, with that being said, I might record it again if I can find some people that are okay with, being recorded and, playing the game together. I might still record, one or two videos, but the series itself is done. Because I'm not having fun. It's draining my energy. Like usually when I'm recording, editing, and publishing videos, I'm excited to actually record it. I really like the idea that oh, I'm gonna do all this really awesome stuff on this video. I can explain things, but when I'm playing that game, it just makes me feel like, all right, I just gotta go in there, finish the objectives, and then be done with it and record it. The only thing is those videos take so long to do. They are once I'm done all the editing and stuff, it's still an hour long. And I think the last one that hasn't gone up yet, but it will. Um I think that one I spent it was an hour and 40 minutes, and I was and it 90% of that was just me not knowing where I'm going or anything. And I edited all that out and put in, the gameplay and, getting stuff done. But so much of my time playing that game is just being annoyed, not knowing where I am, and then all of a sudden an enemy appears and I gotta run and get lost again. And I'm just not having fun anymore. But there are still going to be 6 videos of the Outlast trials that you guys can enjoy. Each are, I think one is only 35 minutes long, and then there's two that are 40, and then I think there's three that are about an hour long. They're not an hour; they're 50, 58, 57, 50. Yeah, so you get the idea. But I mean, I just when I get ready to record it, I'm not happy about having to do it. It's almost like a chore for me to do. So I just, to keep my energy up and everything, I'm not going to continue to record it because it's just not my thing. It's not like the other Outlast games. The other Outlast games were great. Outlast 1, Outlast 2, and the DLC, the whistleblower for Outlast 1. Awesome. I love those. They kept me intrigued. They kept me wanting to keep playing. This one just does not. Um, if it didn't have the Outlast name and you had shown it to me, I wouldn't know that it's an Outlast game. I would say it's definitely inspired by Outlast, but it's not an Outlast game. So yeah. So the last part will go up and then the series will be done. But with that being said, it is a fun game. I'm not gonna lie. I just wish the missions were a little better for single player. The enemies weren't so aggressive and just sometimes they seem to just show up in random parts of the map. And that really annoyed me. You can hear a lot of frustration in the last video. There's a lot of frustration in my voice, and I hate doing that, I don't want to be raging the whole time, right? Um, and I have some minor temper issues, so trying to control myself in that way is just not fun. It's a chore, and I hate doing it. Um, but yeah, with that, all that being said, I hope you guys do enjoy the series. This, because it's fun. The videos are fun. Even the last one is still fun, but you can hear a lot of frustration in my voice. But I'm just done with it. I mean, I'm not gonna record something I don't enjoy, right? Because why would you do something if you don't enjoy it? Oh, excuse me. So yeah, that's it. But with all that being said, I am going to be recording the other Outlast games, Outlast 1, 2, and with the Whistleblower DLC for the first one. So what I will be doing with that is I'm thinking I'll probably record them in order, or at least what I think they are in order, which is Whistleblower first, the first one, and then, or I guess Outlast 1, and then Outlast 2. And I guess you guys can treat the 6-part Outlast Trials as kind of like a prequel because that's where it is on the timeline on the Outlast games. It takes place before everything else. But there's not really much of a story there. I don't know what's going on. The story is like pretty much non-existent. I mean, yeah, they're like it's the Murkoff Corporation who are the bad guys in the first one. It's like, okay, cool. So where's the story? Because as far as I understand it, each mission is kind of a repeat of the last one. Just it looks different, which I'm okay with, but still. But yes, so that's over, and I'm not going to be recording it any longer. But Outlast is still going to be a thing on the channel, and once we are done with those, we will move on. And I have played the other Outlasts. I've never played Whistleblower. I meant to, but I just never got around to it. I have played the first Outlast, I think twice. And I remember that one. I remember some parts, but not a whole bunch of it, and I can't recall like the story or anything. But I think once I get playing it, I'll be like, oh yeah, and I'll start to remember more and more. But that one still has some pretty good scares because each playthrough on that is different. Like the story remains the same and everything, but the playthrough is different because there's different scares, different enemies, and all that. The Outlast 2, I remember that. I remember having a lot of fun recording that one and it being really good. But oddly enough, I cannot remember a lot of it. I remember you're in like this forest and these guys are like some sort of cult or something like that. I don't really remember. But anyways, I will play those, and then once those are done, move on to other projects. But yeah. Anyways, this is just a short video to tell you guys that I will not be continuing. So yeah. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.